With LeBron James re-signing with the Los Angeles Lakers, he also gave some thoughts on how he feels about the Lakers' current situation, and it now brings back the hometown hero, the conversation that we need to have if there is a possibility, if LeBron is unhappy with the Lakers, can he join the Cavaliers? And a lot of fans and a lot of analysts are actually speaking about LeBron James to the Cavaliers and what that could look like if it were to happen, which I highly doubt it will, but let's kind of talk about it. Let's just have some fun with this video and kind of discuss LeBron James to the Cavaliers, because there has been a lot of talk surrounding it, especially with his no trade clause, which he would absolutely waive if he is not happy with the Lakers' current win now situation or rebuild situation, because he has announced that he wants to win now. But we'll get into that. More of that to cover today at Cavs Digest. I'm Matt Plaingy. Thank you guys so much for joining me. There's been a lot of videos coming out. It's basically spamming season, so I hope you guys are ready for all these videos that we are going to post. We're going to post every rumor, every proposal, every thought we have, literally anything that me and Billy can find for related to the Cavaliers, and only the Cavaliers share Cavs Digest. That's what we're here to talk about. So, of course, LeBron James is the hometown hero of the Cavaliers. He is the guy, and I saw this post by ESPN Cleveland right here. Would you take LeBron James back on the Cavs? And they talked about a specific thought surrounding LeBron James, and that is kind of what we are here to discuss. So let's see what LeBron James said about the Lakers situation, because that is kind of the biggest thing on why we want to get to the point where we talk about LeBron to the Cavs, because it is something that we could look at, but it's not something we really want to highly entertain, because we know the possibilities are very unlikely with the second apron and LeBron accepting his $52 million deal. That is a lot of money that the Cavs do not have. But now it's time to look at what he said. LeBron, this is what was completely said about the situation with LeBron joining the Lakers. LeBron wants to compete for a championship, Rich Paul told ESPN. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career. We understand the difficulty in winning now while preparing for the future. We do want to evaluate what's best for LeBron at this stage in his life and career. He wants to make every season he has left count, and the Lakers understand that, are supportive, and want what's best for him. So what does this mean? So from my perspective, this means basically he wants to be on the Lakers as of right now. He's going to take the easiest option, which is to get the $52 million and stay with the Lakers for one more season. Sadly, he basically is saying that if you guys want to build around Luka, go for it. I do not want to be here. Can the Cavs even get LeBron James? And if it were possible, yes, there is a second apron. Now, let's say if it were possible to do this, if they got the second apron, if it was possible to make this trade, what would the trade look like? So the biggest thing about the trade is that it would have to include Jarrett Allen, because the Lakers are in desperate need of a center, and they've talked about Jarrett Allen basically all offseason. So that's kind of the biggest thing. Jarrett Allen would have to be sent to the Lakers in exchange for LeBron James, and that is the first biggest key deal that the Cavs would have to receive. Or that the Lakers have to receive, excuse me. What it comes down to is the fact that the second apron basically limits you from making this trade no matter what. But if, let's say, halfway through the season, you look into something like getting LeBron to the Cavs, you're like, oh, well, he doesn't want to win now, and the Cavs, we don't think that we are a championship team. If the Cavs were the one seed in the Eastern Conference, as hot as they were this season, there's no way they should make a trade at that point in the season. But, of course, this is more of a fun video, just kind of talking about LeBron's perspective, because LeBron genuinely did say in this that he wants to win, and that it's tough to plan for the future and win now. LeBron's basically saying, if we're not in a championship position, I do not want to be here, but I will take the option and see what we can do. That's what it comes down to. Jarrett Allen would have to be sent, and that is a 100% guaranteed thing. Like, I will bet my house, I will bet my life that if the Cavs got LeBron, Jarrett Allen would be a part of the deal, so the Lakers fill in this desperate need for a center. Of course, the Lakers acquired Luka Doncic during the trade deadline last year in exchange for Anthony Davis and some other pieces. Dorian Finney-Smith became a Laker, who is actually now a free agent. Maybe I should talk about how Dorian Finney-Smith, because people have talked about him as a backup three for the Cavs and in trade talks for Jarrett Allen and stuff. Just stupid things about. I've seen so much stuff about Dorian Finney-Smith this offseason. But let's get back on track with, of course, LeBron James. Brian Windhorst gave his thoughts in May about LeBron. He said this is a team that will hit the second apron, and that there is no chance that the Cavs can even get LeBron, and that LeBron has a no trade clause, which of course he would waive if he wanted out. Like, it's his option. Like, the no trade clause, he will just say yes. Like, I want to be traded, and then the no trade clause is gone. Like, it's not that hard to get past a no trade clause. But that's what Windhorst's thoughts were overall. He kind of just said that there was no possibility for the Cavs at the time. But with stuff like this stupid ESPN Cleveland post, and ESPN Cleveland just now with their second post, this was not their first about LeBron. This was their second post about LeBron. Their first said what I posted, what I showed with this. This is the first thing that they showed about LeBron. Like, they said this, and they put the eyes emoji. So it really seems like a lot of Cavs analysts, a lot of Cavs fans are talking about LeBron coming back, and it's so scary to me because, let's be honest, I know that this is a player that gives you a lot at his level. Like, even though he is old, this guy can play. 24 points per game, 8 rebounds per game, 8 assists per game, 51% from 3, 51% from the field, 38% from 3. This guy is a phenomenal ball player still. He's probably the greatest passer of all time by some metrics. He's one of the best playmakers ever. He's a phenomenal scorer, and he can still shoot the ball well, but he always has the ball in his hands. And you have to think about the roster built around LeBron and kind of how LeBron's co-management works and how he approaches management. Of course, I believe LeBron's the greatest player of all time. That's not what we're here to argue about, of course. And LeBron is one of my favorite players ever, of course. And what he did for Cleveland, I will always love him for. I hate that he left twice, but I love that he brought Cleveland their only championship ever, which is looking like the Cavs are on track to get another one. Knock on wood, because we don't know, but it's looking like they're on a track to get another one without him. But just at the end of the day, if you were in a position to acquire LeBron, it would have to include Jarrett Allen. And at the end of the day, what Windhorst said is just with the second apron, it limits you completely. But I just need to talk about this. I mean, this is still a guy that can play basketball at a high level. This is just at 40 years old, he could do so much with the ball still, and it's so impressive to see a 25-point scorer at his age. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the micromanaging from LeBron James. At the end of the day, it will always be his team, his management, and how can he control the roster around him. So let's kind of break down the Cavs roster surrounding LeBron and what they can do with him. So you would have to have LeBron as the primary guy, and then you would have guys like Donovan Mitchell at spot up. I would probably just run LeBron at the 1, just run LeBron, Donovan Mitchell, Mobley. You can run Mobley at the 5, LeBron at the 4, whatever. Ty Jerome, whoever it is, Tyrese Proctor, Craig Porter, whoever you need to run at the 1, because if you were able to trade 2 players in a package, it would have to be a Darius Garland, Jarrett Allen package. That would be basically the guaranteed deal from the Cavs. It would be Jarrett. If it was a 2-for-1 thing, it would be Jarrett Allen, Darius Garland. So at the end of the day, it comes down to what the Cavs position looks like in the off season, because LeBron's deal doesn't mean that he's forced to be there for a year. He can get traded. He's picked up his player option, so he doesn't have to go into free agency. He instead can just be on a team no matter what and look to see what he approaches. So if the Lakers say, you know what, we think we can win now, but it's going to be hard and we want to just prepare with Luka for the future and build around some younger guys, then LeBron might be like, all right, you know what, go for it. I think I'm going to leave. And then the Cavs are going to be the first team that's going to be mentioned. And when that conversation starts, when this quote starts being brought back all over social media, it's going to come down to what can the Cavs do to get him, because we know that the Cavs are going to be the heavy favorite to land LeBron, and they currently still are. They are the current heavy favorite by every metric if LeBron asks for a trade to acquire LeBron. It just comes down to what can you pair with Jarrett Allen, if you can even pair something because of the second apron. You basically can't do certain deals. You're limited so much, and it's very impossible for the Cavs to get LeBron. But there is going to be ways that, the Cavs are a very, very fortunate team right now. They have a lot going for them, but it would be really, really weird to see LeBron return based on where the Cavs' current position is. And I think that the Lakers are going to be satisfied with Luka and LeBron being their 2 stars for at least one more season, trying to win this year. They were just a high seed in the West and blew it. So I think they still have so much potential to win the Western Conference. But anyways, that is it for me today. I just kind of wanted to share LeBron's thoughts. I know Lakers Digest covered this. I'm sure other Digest channels talked about LeBron and his future. But we wanted to share this because the ESPN Cleveland and just what a lot of Cavs fans are saying about LeBron is really, really starting to strike my eyes a little bit here. Just seeing that there is a possibility. If LeBron said ask for a trade, that the first team that's going to jump the gun and the team that he wants, which he said I want to retire a Cavalier when he returned, the team that's going to jump the gun on LeBron is going to be the Cavs. But we had to see what position they're in this offseason, of course. That is it for me. I'm Matt Planger, your Cavs Digest. Like, comment, subscribe. We're posting everything, so it's a good time to subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Will LeBron be a Cavalier? Let me know, guys. I think that he will not be, but it's good to keep our eyes open on it. Of course, thank you guys for joining me. I'm Matt Planger.